and Eric. And then Randy Gage got involved. Oh, it's just Randy, Eric, and Randy. And what's going on over at Agel Enterprises? And now leaders from all over the world are saying, okay, let me take a look. I didn't want to get involved 3 months ago, but I'm ready now. Get me involved in this first 2-year window and help me ride this wave with you. Help me create the situation. That's what I see when it comes to timing. Whether you've got background in this industry or you don't, it doesn't matter. We know how to teach you how to be able to create the results that we've been able to create within this industry. Our belief is just a little bit higher and a little bit stronger, and we hit it a little bit harder, a little bit earlier. That's all. We'll teach you how to do the rest. If you decide to make the decision to get involved with Agel Enterprises, to be able to make a commitment to build this thing, to be able to overcome your fears maybe of the industry or of something that maybe you've tried in the past and didn't work out the way you wanted it to work out. If you get rid of all that stuff and you really take a look at this as deeply and as seriously as we did, I don't think there's any decision you can make other than getting involved with Agel Enterprises. I heard Randy say, and I believe it's true, if you decide to get involved with this company, it's a good idea. And if you don't decide to, it's a bad one. And it's as simple as that. And I will personally take the Pepsi challenge with anybody, any opportunity in the world today for the average person to be able to go out there and create financial independence. I'll play 20 questions with them, and I'll guarantee you that Agel Enterprises wins that conversation. So that's an open challenge. Anybody out there, bring it on. You will not beat the all of the elements coming together in almost like a perfect storm for Agel Enterprises. This is going to be the big next running giant.
Well, it's funny you mention that, because I had a guy call me and say, well, I heard you joined that thing. Well, I'm in this thing. It's just great, So let's do a deal. You come to my meeting, see what I have, and I'll go to your meeting and see what you have. And then we'll, whatever. And I said, you know what? I love that idea, but I'll go you one better. Let's compare the two companies. And if you can show me that your company is a better program to work than mine, I will give you $50,000 cash, and I'll join your company on the spot. And then he got all sweaty and nervous, and he didn't want to do the challenge anymore. Yeah. And he didn't even have to match me back. That's a difference in belief, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're talking about, because you've been around this industry. You know what works and what doesn't, and because of that, you know what we've got here. And I knew his company. I had looked at his company 8 months ago. Sure, it was no secret to me. I knew what they had for product line. I knew what the management was, and I knew what the comp plan was. Well,
Randy Gage, let's stay with you. We've talked about a lot of things here, but if you're talking to a person, if you're sitting in their car with them while they're listening to this CD, and they're trying to make a decision, should I join Agel? Should I not join Agel? What would you say to them? If you had a minute to be able to kind of give them the information necessary to make a decision one way or the other, what would you say?
If I just had a minute, I'd say join now or I'm going to hurt you. If I had a little bit more, I would say this. I was insane looking for an opportunity, because as you guys know, I've been a trainer in the industry. I wrote the book on how to do the business. I've created the #1 selling recruiting audio, the #1 selling training album. I've consulted with the top leaders, and I could go in company after company after company and show you the #1 worldwide income earner who said, yeah, we use Randy Gage's system. When you join, we get his book, we use his tapes, we use his system. So here was the thing for me. I probably started Agel with a bigger disadvantage than anyone else who's joined the company. Because people say, oh, Randy Gage, he's a guru. He probably rolled over 20,000 people from whatever his last deal was. No, because what happened is that last company I worked was one of those startup ones that went out of business 5 years ago. So I've been out of the business for 5 years as a distributor, and I've been in the business as a trainer, the consultant. I couldn't approach those people about Agel. So 80% of the people that have been in my world, my day-to-day contact for the last 5 years, I couldn't talk to about the business. So what you ought to know about Agel, and I've done great in Agel. I've made money 10 times faster than any program I've ever built. But 90% of the people I've brought in the business have never been in the business. I've got 2 people who worked with me in the last program, and then it's my chiropractor, my real estate guy, guys I play softball with, people I go to church with. Agel is the company for people who've never been in a network marketing company. The corporate people, the real estate. I've got like 8 people who made $1,200, $1,400, $1,600 their first month, and they've never been in the business. And I think Agel is the company for people who've been in other network marketing companies, but they never made it because they didn't have the infrastructure, they didn't have the training, and they didn't have perhaps the compensation plan and the support structure that could support them. We've got that. I mean, Agel's the company for the millionaires who've never joined anything. I've sponsored probably more millionaires than anyone. And Agel is the company for people who had to put their activation order on their credit card and go to work and make that money back before the credit card bill came due. That's what I want to tell people about Agel is. So I spent these 5 years training all these people. I've created, and this is no hype, this is no rah-rah. I've probably created 40 or 50 or 60 millionaires or multimillionaires in the last 5 years. And you can investigate me, you can send 60 minutes down, and we'll open up my files and we'll go get the people, and I'll show you. So for 5 years, I've been going insane looking for, because I wasn't getting residual on any of these people. And if you know me, you know this was a crime against nature. So I've spent the last 2 years looking for a program personally. This one, I liked the products, but the comp plan was lousy. This one, the products made me sick, but they had a great comp plan. That one, they didn't have the management depth. Or I thought, they have a good idea, but I don't think they have enough money. I don't think they're going to be here next year. And I ran into Eric Worre in Houston, Texas. We're speaking at both of us at a generic event, and I said, Eric, do you know, 2 years, I'm trying to find a program, and I can't find it. And he told me then, Randy, I'm just checking out something right now. I've been doing my due diligence. I've done some serious research. It's out of Salt Lake City. I'm checking it out. And I said, Eric, if it's the real deal, you let me know, and I will be on the next plane out there. And he said, Gage, get out here. I got on a 6 a.m. flight. I flew out there, and that's what I discovered, what we're sharing with you today. And I found that last program I ever want to work. I've found the company that still will be cashing bonus checks in 2045. I found the company for people who've never been in the business, the company for people who've never made it in the business, the people who've just been let down by other companies, or they're tired of corporate America and cubicle life and all that. They'll work hard. They're coachable. They're not afraid to do something. They're just saying, give me a track to run on. Show me how to do this and reward me what I'm worth. That's the company Agel is, and that's what I want to share with that person.
All right. And Randy Schroeder, what would you say? Same question. Why should somebody, they've gone down this road, maybe they've looked at some materials, they're listening to this CD, they're kind of going, gosh, can I do this? Should I do this? What would you say to them?
Well, my answer to that is really simple. What I would tell anyone listening to this material now is that Eric and Randy and I, we know network marketing like whatever you know the absolute very, very best. Wherever your highest and greatest and strongest bank of knowledge resides, that's the way we know and understand this industry of network marketing. And we have come to a joint conclusion, as have many other of our peers, that Agel represents a special moment in time. And I would tell you that what you need to do is clear out whatever the obstacles are in your life and stop thinking about things that limit you and start thinking about ways to overcome those limitations so that this special moment doesn't pass you by. I hear so many times, I hear people talking about, slow and steady wins the race, and I hear that it's all about consistency, and I hear just endure to the end. Well, I don't want to endure life to the end. That's so absurd to me. What I want instead is to enjoy life, and what my life experience has taught me is this. It is about identifying moments of extreme opportunity. I don't believe that it should be a marathon. I believe instead, for me at least, life has been a series of well-timed sprints, and this for me is now a well-timed sprint. 4 different times in my life, I've identified moments of extraordinary opportunity. I made the required sacrifice to, in a relatively short period of time, bring a level of income that was again a dramatic new superior to that past. Anyone now reviewing this material, I will tell you that Agel represents the single most compelling set of factors brought together in one moment in time that I have ever seen in my life. And because that's true, I have wiped everything clean and am making the biggest single commitment to any project I have ever made before. What would I say to anybody who's now reviewing this information? I would say, get on the phone now and contact the person who shared this information with you and tell them that you want to take the next step. What's the next step? What would I tell you now? I would say you should join before today is done, and that you should start engaging in business building activities before tomorrow is done. That's what I would say.
All right, Randy and Randy, thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, our goal when we started this is tell you a little bit more about Agel Enterprises, kind of from a unique kind of brainstorming type of a session here. This is not a formal stayed type of a deal. We wanted to take you behind the scenes of literally what we're thinking and why we made the decision to join, and also to give you enough information, maybe enough backup to be able to go make that decision. We'd encourage you to do that. We look forward to working with everybody in the future, and we wish good fortune to all. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you real soon.